Alright, so just want to make this little clip here for you. I never knew there was a cemetery out there. It's an awful small little guy though, but here's the border. I'm just on a little back road here. I thought there used to be trees here, but now I don't see them. But yeah, the windmill's gone. She's gone. They knocked her down. They got rid of her. It used to be right over here somewhere, because I can get a lot closer yet. I don't need to, because obviously you can tell plain as day that the windmill's gone now. Sure, I'd love to know when the hell they did that. Never knew that cemetery was out there though, that little one. I wonder who's buried out there. You can see a windmill farm way out in the distance. Of course, that's way up there in Canada. There's a little windmill farm there. So maybe they're dipping into that now to keep the border lights on. I don't know. They used to have their own windmill, but now you see it's gone. That's actually kind of interesting. I could have sworn there used to be freaking trees along here though, like a few anyway. Maybe I'm just thinking that. Or maybe they took the trees down. I don't know, unless there were just bushes here, but maybe not. Maybe it was all open. Good. I mean, you see sticks and stuff, so you kind of think that there used to be trees here, but I don't know. I guess if there was trees, maybe they took them down to open it up so they could see in here better. I don't know, but I haven't been down here since last year. And I was only down here one time last year. That was just to kind of see what the hay fields are doing down here, even though we're not going to be cutting that, I don't think, this year. I think next year we can cut it, I think. Yeah, they must have done some stuff here. I don't even remember that being there. So that they must have opened that up then, I don't know, but you can tell there hasn't been anybody on this road in quite a long time, because only my tracks are here now. But you can get pretty damn close though. I've been pretty close with Big Red. I think this is the road that used to go into Canada before they had the highway. But there is a thing down here now, like it actually says that it's like a little post. I think that's like the true distance that you can go before you actually are in Canada. But yeah, they must have taken some of the trees down here or something. I could have sworn this had trees here back in the day, but fuck, even last year I think. But maybe not, I don't know. That's a big ass pipe over there. But somewhere along here they had cameras. I know they had one back there a ways. But then they had another one right up here too. Well, this is a public roadway, it's not private, so I can be on here legally, so but maybe they're doing something different now too. I don't know, maybe they don't even have cameras down here anymore. But see, now you can see how the road's kind of getting kind of shitty now, because it doesn't see that much for actual traffic on it, so but there's the border. You can see all the people coming in and people going out and whatever the hell else. But yeah, I was down here that year that we did cut the hay off these fields that are down here, and yeah, I was even I was up to this point. I was even past this point. It's funny thing, I don't see any cameras anymore though. That's funny though. But yeah, and then this point here, there's nothing here anymore, but you can still go. The windmill used to be right there too, kind of right on the opposite side of that building, but it's kind of an interesting little road. But I think this used to be the road that you could take to go right into Canada back in the old days. Not so much now, obviously. So, but getting lots of traffic again. I don't know what that is. Probably the CB. So it's got to ruin the freaking video. Yeah, we're coming up on that little doohickey guy there that says you can't go any further than this, then you'd be in Canada then. Oh yeah, there's a camera right there on their pole. But I don't need to be any further than that anyway. So right there, that little guy right there. That's as far as you can go. Then after that, you're in Canada. It's insane to think that you can get that close to Canada without actually breaking any freaking laws. I don't want to be running over this guy's crop, so we got to get off this field. Well, nothing growing here, I guess, but. But yeah. Yep, get back on the road, numbnuts. Yep, they used to have a windmill standing there, but she's not there anymore. So, yeah, there's a bunch of tree shit down here. So I kind of wonder if they weren't cleaning up trees a little bit. There goes a bus. I suppose some people are probably thinking that I'm like undercover border patrol or something. But considering my style of rims that I'm running, that would tell you otherwise. But yeah, I've only been through this border one time. And I was just a little kid. And that was, I think, even before you know, like all that shit happened with 9/11, and then they decided to up the security. It was kind of before that. I don't know exactly when they exactly put that law into effect of, you know, tightening up the borders, but it was pretty easy when I went in, so it had to have been not a few years after the 9/11 crap. I don't know how quick they went into, how quick that law went into effect, but she was, all I needed was, my birth, thing, what the frick you call that now, and then, something else, and then that was pretty much it. Now you need frickin' mountain piles of paperwork to even get into frickin' Canada, which is ridiculous. Because I was kind of hoping one day I could go into Canada and maybe get some Canadian food, because I haven't had Canadian food in a while. You can get some Canadian stuff here in this town at the gas stations. Like, they will sell a little bit of Canadian food, like candy chocolate bars and Canadian chips and stuff, but it's not to the volume that it would be, you know, if you were actually in Canada. So, but it's something. It is something. But yeah, Used to be able to go right in there, you know, back in the day. And this, I think, used to be the road into Canada before they, you know, before the highway was even a thing. So, but no, they've really beefed up security and stuff around here, even though they still do a shitty job of it. Clearly, aliens still get across, you know, and nobody even knows about it. So it's kind of ridiculous, I think. But what do you do? But yeah, probably last time I come this far down this road for the rest of this year, I bet. I don't know. I don't come down here very often. I never really even came down here at all. The only reason why I started coming down here was because the young guy cuts a couple fields in here, and well, it first started off as he wanted me to come down here and rake a little bit of hay because it wasn't drying out, and I had just gotten my rake going. And then yeah, and then I've been coming down here ever since. Other than that, I never really ever came down here, so I didn't think this road really led anywhere, which it don't. It just leads to farmers' fields. And what else? Well, then you can get to Canada, but personally, I think that's how they're getting in and out. It's right there. I mean, you'd think they would have sensors, but you know how good their sensors actually work. You know, if they even work, if they're even in the right places. You know, if you got sensors along the whole thing, you'd probably be okay, but it ain't good. It's just, I don't know. It's an interesting thing though, because you know, obviously I don't camp down here. I don't even know if the damn Border Patrol sits down here. I don't know if this is really even considered a hot spot here, because I know the hot spot's over on the Minnesota side in that other little stinking town that the border has been shut down on. So it's abandoned. So, well, it's privately owned now, but it's still not being used for anything because you got this border now, so we don't really need it. But it's still kind of dumb. But yeah, this wasn't like this before, so they must have been down here doing stuff, because I don't remember that ever being like that. So they must have really changed some stuff around down here. So, but it's kind of interesting, I guess, to come around, you know, go down here every once in a while. I don't come down here very often, so it's always kind of like a new thing. I'm not sure why the hell that's even down here. It's like a water thing. Maybe there was buildings down here years ago, but not so much now. It's all just farmland, but I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to think, you know, that that's how close we can get to Canada without actually being in Canada. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. I'm going to head home now and grab something to eat, and I don't think the young guy will come today either. He's probably busy doing other stuff too, which is fine. But I'm not even going to attempt to look at that tractor, I don't think, until he comes. There ain't much more I can do with it, so whatever. Yeah, there used to be another camera down here too. They used to have two of them. Now I'm not seeing it, because they had one way at the very end there. Maybe you guys saw it on the video on the pole. But then I think they had another one about halfway down. So either it stopped working, or they decided to move it somewhere else. Maybe they figured one down this road's enough, which it is. I mean, you don't really need more than that. So they should actually put one underneath the bridge at, you know, over there in Minnesota or whatever. bridge that we crossed, because they got to be going under it, you'd think, whenever there is, but I don't know, they probably figured they needed it somewhere else, so whatever. Of course, those are, you know, like probably like the $1,500 cameras, you know, that are really good, right? And they actually can send a signal to your phone. You know, we can get gaming cameras that do that too, but they're like $400, so I'm not going to spend that kind of money. Not yet, anyway. So, but I guess, guys, I'm going to head home. Just want to show you guys that's pretty much about as close as you can get to Canada, is right where that little doohickeys at. I've been right up to it with Big Red, but in this thing, it'd be just too clumsy. So, and I don't see any other cameras around here, so I guess they never got my license plate number, which is that's okay by me. It's bad enough that the general public gets to see my freaking plates. But whatever. It's what makes your vehicles legal for the road, I guess. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.